We have new information tonight about the push to investigate high pediatric cancer rates. 13 Investigates first told you about the rates above the state and national average in Johnson County.
Well, now a group of mothers is hoping to tell its stories to Congress. Our investigative reporter Sandra Chapman shows us Indiana's brand new connection to a proposed federal law to better investigate pediatric cancer.
Johnson County lost another child to cancer. Jagger Passwater died in November on his third birthday, just 6 months after he was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, a rare childhood cancer.
A constant pit in your stomach of, please God, just fix it.
But Jagger's diagnosis and death won't be officially counted in Indiana cancer rates until next year. 13 Investigates uncovered a gap in cancer reporting last November, showing how spikes in the state's pediatric cancer rates could go undetected for years. The State Department of Health says its cancer registry lags behind 2 years, and that there's not enough pediatric cancer research or data to determine possible environmental causes or a cancer cluster.
We have a lot of work to do.
13 Investigates discovered almost 30 children were diagnosed with cancer in Johnson County between 2009 and 2015. Nearly half of them lived or had close ties to the city of Franklin and a neighborhood near a contaminated well field that most residents knew nothing about.
We have nothing, and that's what they kept telling us in the forum. What is the magic number to where the state of Indiana will say, okay, we need to investigate?
It's not the first time families of children suffering from cancer pose that question. In fact, there's a push for more coordinated data tracking and investigative guidelines for pediatric cancer right now in Washington, D.C. It's called Trevor's Law.
I was diagnosed with brain cancer at the age of 13.
Trevor Schaefer has come a long way. He's one of 5 kids diagnosed with pediatric cancers in his small Idaho community of McCall. Yet requests for an investigation into what was making kids sick there went nowhere.
I want to welcome Trevor Schaefer.
In 2011, Trevor took his concerns to a congressional committee.
Some people are told that their small populations render them statistically insignificant.
At his side, nationally renowned environmentalist Aaron Brockovich.
The system for investigating, responding, and reporting these concerns is inadequate.
Despite the firepower and warnings,
the cancer registries have gaps in many states.
Trevor's Law stalled until...
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. The bill as amended is passed.
This past December, the Senate made history.
We'll finally be able to protect our kids from toxic chemicals.
All 100 senators, including Indiana's Dan Coats and Joe Donnelly, voted to support a new Chemical Safety Act for the 21st century. It would regulate how companies use and discard cancer-causing toxins. It's the first update in 40 years to the nation's Toxic Substances Control Act. And it included Trevor's Law. 13 Investigates shared the news with 2 mothers who have watched their kids and many others fight cancer. Stacy Davidson and Patty Mead are now leading the charge for answers in Johnson County.
When have you heard all 100 senators agreeing on anything? You don't.
It's unheard of.
And there was something else these moms didn't expect to hear. Trevor Schaefer saw their stories with 13 Investigates and asked them to come aboard to help push the bill in the House of Representatives. They spoke on FaceTime.
You really, really want answers, and you're very passionate about that, and that's what it takes. That's what it takes to make change in this country. And that was very inspiring to me.
I'm so excited. I never thought that it would get to this level.
We're ready to jump on board.
Absolutely.
We all want the same thing, the exact same thing. And sick of seeing so many families suffer from this.
13 Investigates reached out to Indiana's congressional delegation. So far, at least one Indiana congressman is ready to vote yes.
Trevor's Law attempts to develop an oversight apparatus that will hold local officials accountable and federal officials accountable. Coming from a family that has had a history of dealing with cancer, it's near and dear to my heart. It's something that I want to champion.
A proposed federal law honoring a boy's cancer fight and calling for change for hundreds of other kids just like him in Johnson County and nationwide.
That's huge. And somebody to listen, somebody to actually hear what we have to say and not just brush us under the rug and make excuses for what is happening.
Negotiations are now underway in the House of Representatives. Senator Joe Donnelly, a co-sponsor of the Reform Act, tells 13 Investigates that as a parent, he can understand the value of having as much information as possible about potential connections between our health, the chemicals we use, and the environment. He says the inclusion of Trevor's Law will increase state and federal coordination, raise awareness, and provide more information to concerned families.